it is hopping here. It's Friday, 1:11 p.m. and it is hopping. Greetings everyone. In this video I am going to drive from Ballard to Beacon Hill. This is a drive with commentary, by the way. Hopefully you're okay with a narrated video, narrated drive. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon. If anything, this video will prove that sunshine happens in Seattle sometimes, even in the winter time. All right, we're now at 22nd Avenue Northwest and Market Street. This is a major intersection here. This is where the farmers market happens on Sunday. Is this area here? Looks very different from when there is not a farmers market here. So the route that I'm going to take is going to be through downtown Seattle. I'm not going to hop on I-5. I'm going to go through downtown Seattle, and as far as Beacon Hill goes, I'm going to end this drive at Jefferson Park. Actually, a little bit past Jefferson Park. I'm going to drive all the way to the VA building, which is next door, right next door, south of Jefferson Park. Should be a beautiful day at the park. Almost want to get out of my car and walk. Maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll go for a walk once I get there. We'll see. This is truly a beautiful day. It was really cold the last few days. It actually snowed 3 days ago. Yeah, it didn't snow much, just a little bit of snow. So yeah, this is one of those ride-along videos, you know, riding with your buddy Lao Ocean, Dennis, Dr. Wtpho, whatever you want to call me. Well, actually, don't do that. Don't call me whatever you want to call me. Call me by one of those 3 names for now, okay? Dr. Wtpho, because I eat pho a lot. That's my social media name, one of my names. All right, so from here, I'm gonna hop on that bridge. So I gotta make a left, and then get on. Get on that way. Taking the scenic route. I could have taken that left there, which would have been an illegal left, but today we're not gonna break the law. Not today. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Right hand side is dress for less. This is one of the nicer Ross dress for less stores, from what I've been told. So if you take a right here on Leary Way, that will take you to Fremont. Initially, I thought about going that way, going through Fremont, but we are going to not do that. We're gonna go through downtown. We're gonna drive through Inner Bay. Inner Bay is the area that's sort of in between Magnolia, which would be to the west or the right hand side if you're heading south, and Queen Anne. So it's sort of sandwiched in between Magnolia and Queen Anne. Queen Anne is to the east. Yeah, since this is one of those ride-along videos, I'm just going to keep it running even at the red lights. You know, sometimes when I make these videos, I'll cut out those parts because, you know, it's a waste of time for you to have to sit at a red light with me. But today's a nice, warm, sunny day, so I figured maybe we'll just hang out, even at stoplights and stop signs. How's that sound? Let me know in the comments. All right, just hopped on 15th here. To the right hand side would be where the Ballard Locks is located, and I've been meaning to go there for a walk and maybe make a video. It's definitely one of the top tourist attractions in Seattle. I highly recommend if you're from out of state, if you're a visitor, tourist, that should be on your bucket list. That, along with Pike Place Market, Seattle Center, Space Needle. Top 5, I would say. Top 10 for sure. Top 10 would be on my list of, I would say, top 5 things to do in Seattle. It brings in like 1 million visitors a year. I mean, it's a big deal. Ballard Locks. Read up on that online if you like. All right, so we're in Inner Bay. One of my favorite hamburger places lives in Inner Bay. Ooh, what is this on the road? That's kind of scary. Oh, it's just I hate seeing things on the road. It wasn't roadkill, it was just a tree branch. A small tree branch. So yeah, the burger place, Red Mill. Red Mill lives in Inner Bay on Dravis Street to the right. There's a second location for Red Mill. That's in Finney Ridge by the zoo. A little north of the zoo, Woodland Park Zoo. Sorry for the sniffles. All right. There's a golf course here, Whole Foods. And Magnolia is to the right. Queen Anne's to the left. And yeah, this is such a nice day. Sometimes I go on these drives and it makes me want to go on a detour. Makes me want to go to like the beach or something, you know, like Alki. Usually that's where I would go, is to Alki on a nice day if I want to just go and relax and stare at the water. However, the West Seattle Bridge is still closed, and it's just a process to get there. It takes a lot of time. double the time from downtown Seattle, really. Sometimes longer, depending on what time of day you might go. You know, if it's during rush hour, it's gonna take more than an hour sometimes from downtown Seattle, where normally it would take 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. So, I'm not going to Alki Beach today. This is just to give you, this drive is just to give you a sense of what it's like to drive in Seattle, I suppose, from Ballard to downtown Seattle. But if you want to go past downtown Seattle to Beacon Hill, this will give you an idea of a drive on a perfect, I would call this a perfect Seattle day in the winter. I mean, it's it's chilly. It's probably, what is it, how many degrees is it? It says it's 44 on my dashboard. I mean, it's chilly. It's yeah, you don't want to wear shorts and a t-shirt in this weather. It's still sweater weather, but you can get by without wearing a jacket though. At least I think, for me, sometimes, because I'm constantly, I'm walking, I'm moving, so I stay warm. Sometimes I'll wear like a sweater, maybe a light jacket, or a button-up shirt or something, flannel shirt. Because that's what we wear around here, grunge, grunge town. Everyone wears flannels here. Oh man, that laugh is sinister. I have to adopt a different laugh, I think. Let me know in the comments if you want me to explore new ways of laughing. All right, we can go straight, we can go left. We're gonna go left because we want to go through downtown Seattle. What's up, Sean Kemp? There's Sean Kemp right there. Ooh, we should go by his drive by his pot shop. What do you think? You wanna see Sean Kemp's pot shop? Actually, marijuana shop. Someone made that comment the other day, and yeah, it's valid. Don't say pot. Pot is there's stigmas attached, blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll say marijuana, cannabis shop. How's that? Let's see, is it on this street? It's on one of these streets here. Let's see if it's here. Yeah, there it is. Oop, there it is. Oop, there it is. Sean Kemp, look at that. What's up, Sean? Look at that. There's Sean Kemp right there. The Rain Man. So Sean Kemp, power forward, Seattle Supersonics, which we need to bring them back, by the way. We need to bring them back. Yeah. Seattle needs to have a basketball team. We need to get our basketball team back. One way to do that is to support our hockey team and that arena, Climate Pledge Arena. Our numbers got to be up, so got to do that. I've attended 2 games. That the hockey games are. I like hockey. I like going to the games. It's a different vibe. It's way more intimate. It's a smaller stadium, and I think they did a great job with that Climate Pledge Arena. There's not a bad seat in the house, and if you're into food, there's a lot of really good food inside. I mean, They even have a Din Tai Fung, which is my favorite restaurant. One of my favorites. I'll call it my favorite. That's like my favorite restaurant. Okay, we are in Belltown right now. We are in Belltown. The heart of Belltown. This is what Belltown looks like during an afternoon. It's 1 o'clock, by the way. It's 1:07 p.m. Friday afternoon. And this is what it looks like on Friday. Excuse me for the cough. Whew. Coughing and sniffling. I wouldn't say that I had a cold, but man, it wasn't COVID and it wasn't a cold, but my sinus was really clogged up for a few days, and I'm finally feeling a little bit better today. All right, right hand side, Ohana's kind of a dive bar, Hawaiian, what do you call it? Hawaiian, I can't think of the word, and Hawaiian, it's not Polynesian, kind of tiki bar kind of a vibe there. Really good food. Used to go there a lot. Like a lot, you know? You know how there's a lot, but then there's like a lot. That's how much I used to go there. All right. We're approaching Pike Place Market. Pike Place Market is to the right. And yeah, this is a very touristy, busy part of town. It's a nice day today. Whoever is visiting Seattle today, you picked a good day. You picked a good weekend. This is outstanding Seattle weather. This is perfect for walking around with a warm cup of coffee in hand. And it doesn't get any better than that. For a simple man like myself, yeah, I don't need much more. That's it. Nice walk, sunshine, coffee. Let's do this. All right, well, this road's closed. I was gonna maybe see about taking a right, driving through the market. Well, I could do it on this street. How's that? Should I do it? Should I do it? No. Should I do it? No. But wait, there's more. There is yet another turn that I could make. This one. Guess what? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna drive through Pike Place Market. I'm gonna do it for you. It is popping at Pike Place Market. So if you're new to the channel, I do come to Pike Place Market often. In fact, I come monthly. I make monthly walking tours, walking tour videos, virtual walking tour videos. Oh, there's a drummer, street performer, street musician on the left. Yeah, I make monthly virtual walking tour videos, Pike Place Market. It's been a year and 2 months so far, officially. And so I am going to be evolving. I know I talk about this a lot for all the regulars out there. I'm going to be evolving that tour. So it's what it looks like to drive through Pike Place Market. And ooh, wow, it's like full blown. They got street performers here too at Pike Place Market. Wow. I'm going to show you where you can park here. So I come here a lot. There's different reasons for why I come here a lot. I'm not gonna go into that right now. And when I do come here, I never pay for parking at a private parking lot. I never pay $20-$30 for parking, because that's, you know, how much parking is, $20-$30. Sometimes more, but I don't do that. I just pay for street parking. I pay for 2 hours. And that costs, I want to say $1.50, $1, $2 at the most, because of COVID pricing. Parking in downtown Seattle and areas near downtown Seattle have gotten really affordable. Before, depending on the zone, but I think this zone, this touristy, popular, densely populated zone area, $4 an hour. I believe it was $4 an hour. So, you know, for 2 hours that'd be $8. And then if you park on park in a lot, that would be, again, be $20, $30. But I don't do that. I drive around and find a space. And if you're patient, you will find a parking space on the street. You might have to circle the block twice, sometimes even 3 times. But I assure you, you will find a space. And I'm not talking about a small space where you would need like a Mini Cooper or Prius or anything like a full-size space. Like I'm driving an SUV right now. I always find a space. So patience. And this road is still closed here straight ahead. I was going to show you exactly where I park. I can't go there because it's closed, but what you do is you go straight all the way, you go for a block to the stop sign, and then you take a right or left. Sometimes you can get lucky and find parking on the left too, but I take a right at that stop sign. And then after you take that right, for the next 3 blocks, that's where I find parking. Sometimes I find it right away immediately. So to the north of the market, the north entrance of the market is where you can have a lot of success in finding street parking. Not sure why I'm telling you this, because now I'm not gonna find a space when I come here, because people are gonna go and park there. But sharing is caring, right? So, and there's other street parking too, like along any of these streets, including First Avenue right here. I'll show you. Just keep driving south on First Avenue along First Avenue in Pioneer Square. There's always parking. Again, you got to be patient. Now I understand that sometimes sometimes time is money, and you're not going to have an extra 5-10 minutes to drive around looking for parking, because that time is valuable to you. So in that case, pay. Here's one on the left hand side. Park there. You can park there. I'm gonna give you a tip about that parking lot. I'm gonna tell you a story. Hopefully you like stories. This is a pretty good one. And here's another one on the left. You can park here as well. How much do they charge? Can't read the sign. I think it's 20 or $30. So these parking lots, I'm going to perhaps overshare. I'm gonna probably tell you too much, and you're gonna be like, you're a dummy, Dennis. You're a dummy. Ha ha ha. You're a dummy. Ha ha. They got you. I don't really care. So what happened was, I had relatives in town from Germany, and my German family, if y'all are watching this, haha, let's laugh together again. But we came, we didn't have too much time. We didn't want to drive around the block 2 or 3 times, so we parked at that lot there, the first one that I pointed out. And a guy comes up to a guy whom we thought was an attendant. He comes up to my to the car, to me, I'm driving, and he's like, that'll be $20, sir. And give him $20. He's like, all right, good luck. Make sure you lock your door. Make sure you lock your, don't leave your valuables in sight. Lock your door. And then we park, and then he runs away. It turns out the guy wasn't even a parking attendant. He was just some dude off the street scamming people for money. And then later on, we read a sign that informed us of such people, and to not pay an attendant, because they don't have attendants at that lot. You just go to the pay station and pay for parking that way. All right, I'm at the corner of First. Is this Madison? This is Madison. How come there's no street sign? It's just, this is Madison. Yep, Madison, 1 block north of Marion. The next street is Marion. On the right-hand side here, Storyville Coffee. One of the best coffee shops around. Outstanding coffee. Also, one of the most expensive coffee shops around. Outstandingly expensive. And it's also where I lost my hat. I've made at least a couple of videos where I mentioned that. You know, I told the story of how I lost my hat. Well, my favorite hat ever, mind you, and it was a hat that I bought from Tunji. Tunji is a gentleman that he's appeared in 2 or 3 of my videos. He's a vendor at the farmers markets in Seattle. He sells at Ballard, Columbia City, many different farmers markets. Anyway, I bought it from him many years ago, and I wore the hat to different places. I traveled extensively with that hat. It was a beautiful, sort of like a straw hat. It looked kind of like a fedora hat. I liked the color and everything about it. It fit my head real nice. And wow, it is hopping in Pioneer Square, left-hand side. People are hanging out and chill. Oh, people are hanging out, drinking coffee and stuff. Wow, I think they're drinking coffee. So anyway, going back to the hat, yeah, I really like that hat. And what happened was I did a lot of street photography back many years ago, before I started doing vlogs and videos. This would be my route here. Every weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, I would drink coffee at one of these coffee shops, and then walk around Pioneer Square and downtown Seattle, and you know, take photos, do street photography. Well, one day I went to that coffee shop, and it was a hot day, so I took off my hat and, you know, wiped the sweat off my head, put the hat on the hook on the door, and then when I was done using the restroom, I went outside and walked around, and it wasn't until I was like a block or 2 away that I realized that I'd forgotten my hat. And so I decided to go back to the coffee shop and check the restroom, and of course it wasn't there. And then I talked to the baristas, and they were like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see anyone take off with the hat. We don't see your hat." And so when I talk about how I lost my favorite hat, or I lost my hat, that's a story. And I haven't been able to replace that hat. Tunji sells hats similar to that one, but the shape's a little different. The colors aren't what I like. And Tunji, if you're watching, please import another hat like that one. Actually, Tunji has told me that he'll call me as soon as he finds one. All right, left-hand side is Occidental Park, and I can't, you know, swivel the camera around right now because it's attached to my dashboard. But Cafe Umbria, that's one of my coffee shops. Left-hand side right here. On the right-hand side, I might come back today with the wife, if not today, soon. Taylor Shellfish. If you like oyster, ooh, actually I'm gonna drive by it. How's that? If you like oyster, that's a great place to hit up. They have an amazing happy hour. You can get 2 dozen oysters for, can't remember, 24 bucks, 16, I think it was. I don't think it's 16. I actually think it's 24. 16 seems too good of a deal for today's, sad to say, for today's prices. So Lumen Field, who just on the left-hand side, that's Lumen Field, home of our football and soccer teams. Seattle Seahawks and Sounders is the football or soccer team. There it is right there, right-hand side. Taylor Shellfish Oyster Bar. Excuse the cough. And here you have a clear view of Occidental Park, right hand side. Showing you all sorts of things today. So be sure to give this Uber driver a 5-star, okay? 5-star rating. Going above and beyond. We're on Jackson Street. Jackson Street runs from Pioneer Square all the way to Leshai neighborhood. Leshai neighborhood is going to be past the Central District. So straight ahead, we're in Pioneer Square right now. Straight ahead will be the ID, what we like to refer to as the ID, which is International District. Officially, it's Chinatown-International District. CID, but a lot of people just call it the ID, International District. 3 neighborhoods make up the International District. Those neighborhoods are Chinatown, Japantown, and Little Saigon. I made a couple of videos on Little Saigon. Check those out. In fact, we might actually see the area that was a subject of my video. The particular street corner. Yeah, it's just straight ahead because I'm going to take a right at that corner. To the right of the street, we have Chinatown, and on the left-hand side is Japantown. We're heading east, and straight ahead will be Little Saigon. On the right hand side is Phnom Penh Noodle House. It's a Cambodian restaurant. Really good restaurant. Their food is awesome. Yeah, their food is really good there, man. Maybe we'll go there for dinner. I was thinking about food. Alright, so this is 10th Avenue. The next street is 12th Avenue. 12th and Jackson will be the intersection, and that intersection, the particular street corner is the southeast corner of 12th and Jackson. That's been the subject of a couple of my recent videos. You can check those videos out. That corner used to be one of the busiest street corners in Seattle, but well, we'll see what it looks like today. Let's see what it looks like. Oh wow, not a single person in sight. Well, there's one guy standing there, sort of not right on the corner though, but there's a lot of police cars. There's still heavy police presence here. Seattle Police Department mobile precinct. They did a lot of cleaning up of that corner over the last week, and it looks like they're still monitoring it. Used to be hundreds of people. Well, at least there used to be a lot of people. There used to be a lot of people that would hang out at that corner and doing different things. Both legal, probably, yeah, both legal and illegal, I'll put it that way. The guy that I interviewed in the video, his name is Michael. He said that there'd be like 300 people there selling stuff. You know, it was an open air black market. People would be selling everything from meat, beef, to heroin, and they would just be shooting up that heroin right there too. So, all right, we're crossing Dr. Jose Rizal Bridge, named after a Filipino hero, and we have officially entered Beacon Hill. We are in North Beacon Hill right now. Pacific Medical Center, or PacMed building, or PacMed Center, right hand side there. And we're just gonna drive southbound until we get to Jefferson Park and the VA. We're now at 15th. We're now on 15th Avenue. So we're at the very top of Beacon Hill right now, and looking to my left, I could see the Cascade Mountains. Clear blue sky, not a cloud in sight. The mountains are snow-capped. It's beautiful. So today's drive is going to cover just half of Beacon Hill. Beacon Hill is a big neighborhood. It's a long stretch of a neighborhood that runs from the International District, really just south of downtown, all the way to Rainier Beach, Tukwila. But we're just gonna go to the VA hospital near Fuli Market, which is an Asian market. Locals will know, well, local South Seattleites might know about that place. But that's where I'm going to end this drive, and I'll cover South Beacon Hill in a different video. Maybe it'll be a drive or some documentary style video that I'll make. La Esperanza, the market on the left hand side. I remember this was an Asian market back in the day. Oh, he's selling corn. Oh man. Let me out of my car. I need to go buy one of those. He's selling a lot of other stuff too. Oh man. All right, so we're now at the intersection of Beacon Ave and Lander Street, South Lander Street, and this is where the Beacon Hill Link Light Rail Station is located, left-hand side. There's also a coffee shop, the Station Coffee Shop. A fantastic coffee shop, good coffee, and the owner does good things in the community. Some people call it the activist coffee shop. There's a few businesses along Beacon Ave. We just passed one on the right hand side. Two actually. There's more coming, so as of I don't know, the last 5 or 10 years, restaurants, like good restaurants too, have appeared on Beacon Ave. So it's Beacon. Here's Homer. Homer is awesome, and Oak is fantastic as well. Yeah. So as of maybe the last decade, Beacon Hill, or North Beacon Hill anyway, has turned into somewhat of it's become more of a walking neighborhood. I mean, I'm a huge fan. I love walking neighborhoods. I like to be able to walk to places. There's Victrola coffee on the right hand side. That coffee's okay. It's not my favorite. The last 2 times I went, I'll mention it. Why not? The last 2 times I went, the cups that they gave me were really flimsy. Either the cups or the lids, or both. And I spilled coffee all over myself. It was like I went and put the lid on both times. After the first time, I was like, I'll give them another try. Coffee's not that good, but I like supporting local businesses. This is sort of where I live, spilled coffee all over myself twice. Anyway, might give them another shot though. Hopefully they I'll give them. I'll go back. Hopefully they change the situation with the cup and the cups and lids there. All right, so here we are, Jefferson Park. Excuse me. I'm gonna drive through this parking lot. Outstanding park. I'm not gonna do a park tour. Just gonna drive through the lot. And lots of amenities. There's tennis courts, a basketball court. There's a Jefferson golf course here with a driving range. Here's a range right here to the right hand side. You can't see it. There's a basketball court. And is it open now? Yes, it is. It looks like they were fixing it for a little bit, but it's open. This is a fantastic golf course, fantastic driving range, centrally located, easily accessible. Ample parking, as you can see, although sometimes that will not be the case. It can be really challenging finding a parking space here. And you'll see once we pass the driving range here, there's a homeless encampment here. Tents and trailers. And it's you see these throughout Seattle, even Ballard. Actually, there's a lot in Ballard. Probably didn't see it in this video, but there's areas in Ballard where there's a wow. I feel like there's more today. More trailers maybe. Yeah. So this is right next to the VA hospital. This is the VA hospital parking lot. In fact, to the right, that's the VA hospital. Ooh, this trailer is taking up a lot of space. Oh man, let's see. Camper trailers. Is it a camper? It's a camper, right? Okay, I was able to squeeze through. Alright. So, there it is. VA, Department of Veterans Affairs. It's a huge facility. I'll keep going through this parking lot. This is a very long parking lot, as you can see, and it ends right here. This is where it ends, and it reconnects with Beacon Avenue. And for South Seattle, or for Seattle folks in general, there's an Asian market here that you might know about. And that market is Fuli Market on the right hand side. Nice little Asian grocery store with a fantastic hot deli. right hand side. Maybe you'll be able to see it once you scoot up a little bit. You can't go wrong with Fuli. Fried chicken, like chicken wings. What else do we order from them? All sorts of stuff. Across the street from that is Seattle Supermarket. I'm gonna take a left here and show you a little bit of the residential area in North Beacon Hill. This area of North Beacon Hill is the Lockmore neighborhood. This is one of the preferred areas of Beacon Hill. Look at how wide the streets are. Few cars on the road. And some of the houses here are very nice, actually. Yeah, a few cars on the road. This is a great neighborhood for learning how to drive. A lot of people bring their kids here when it's when it's time to teach your kids how to drive, because there's not a lot of cars on the road. There's not a lot of parked cars. There's not a lot of cars, on the road. It's just a great neighborhood for that. And these houses are nice. Some of these houses. This one on the left-hand side has a great view of, look at that, Bellevue and Lake Washington and Bellevue, and the areas to the east. So Seattle has 7 hills. This is one of them, Beacon Hill. And I'm gonna take a left here and descend those are the Olympics, the Cascade Mountains there. We're going to descend, and at the bottom of this hill will be Martin Luther King Jr. Way in South Seattle, and there will be at the very western end of the Columbia City neighborhood. This is where Columbia City meets Beacon Hill. This has been a long drive. Appreciate you guys riding along. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. And this is where I'll end the video, here at the corner of Dawson and Martin Luther King Jr. Way South. Thank you for riding with me, watching my video. Take care, and I will see you next time. Peace.